patch 8.13. Got Nami support. Hell of an engaged team. Sweet Jesus. Oh, Soraka. Gross. Sorry you had to deal with that.
Yeah. I don't think she used her E very much, so it really wasn't very annoying. She wasn't playing super well.
Alright, so first things first, never do that. You leveled up an ability right off the bat, never do that.
Okay.
That's a big no-no right there. So, like, the reason I say never do
Never.
that is because let's say that you guys are going to come down here and check out, your team goes this way and this way or whatever to get river presence at level 1, which you should always rush off the platform and do. It looks like you're doing that, right? Because I can see you've got a line right to there, right? That's great. However, let's say you get here and Soraka has gone too far out, or you get in here just in time to see Soraka run through right here. What are you going to want to do?
Bubbler.
Yep. What can't you do now?
Exactly that.
Right. So I know that 99 times out of 100, this is going to be what you want to do at level 1, but
Yeah.
you're closing off options. And if you, like, it looked like you have like a hotkey to level, right?
Yeah.
So literally, if you see the opportunity, you can just go hotkey ability, and then you've cast it, right? There are a ton of times that I have started a suboptimal level 1 just to catch somebody. Like, starting Q on Thresh is bad. But if I'm
Yeah.
standing right here and they just like dumbassedly walk like right there, I'm gonna start Q on Thresh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because,
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that before where you like, wait on Thresh to.
yeah. So there you go. First things first, right off the bat. You made a mistake in the first 5 seconds of the game.
Is that a record?
Yeah, that's a new one. Well, no, technically I've had people just not move until like a minute 30, so that's a pretty big mistake. And that's, instantaneous one.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Okay, so your team is not smartly doing this, right? Keep in mind you have a J4 who looks like he's going to start over here, right?
Yeah.
Your job is to prevent an invade and make sure that blue doesn't get taken. Where we're standing now, right? I'm going to wait for this tab to go away. Jesus, how long are you going to hold tab? Like, there we go. Okay. So you had a situation where Jin's standing here, which means he has the vision kind of through here, right? So
Yeah.
nobody's going to walk out of this entrance and get into your jungle, right? So you standing here is redundancy. And if you know that, just go over here. So you cover this entrance.
Okay. So is like what the Jin seems to be doing
Yeah, what
now.
the Shin
I
seems to
should
be
do
doing
the
now
initiative.
is, well, you should have done that because he came in over here, and then it makes more sense for you to slide than it does for him
Okay.
to go all the way over here. Because
Yeah, I probably
theoretically,
left.
they already could have invaded you guys.
Yeah.
Like, they could have came through this bush and been right back here already, right? And if they were, they would be coming around on this wall right through here, and you're going to see them right there, and then you're going to die.
Yeah.
But that can easily be avoided by somebody covering this area and somebody covering this area.
So just watch the teammates and make sure you got a guy at each entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you can always retreat there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I probably left that way too early then too.
Yep.
That's
Sure
what I
did.
was. Yeah.
Minions have spawned.
Because, yeah, if there's a late invade, that blue buff is gone. And you guys don't really. Going to lane here, unless you're going to pull some cheese shit, doesn't really do anything for you.
Yeah.
right? Because
At
unless you're
this
gonna
point, I'm following Jen
well, I
because
mean, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, unless you're gonna stand like right here and like butt blast them when they come into lane, right? Or you're gonna stand like right here and butt blast them when they come back from red.
yeah,
Like, you get zero advantage from showing yourself. If you do any damage to the level 1 melee minions, you're going to push the lane, and if they're late on their farm, you're just guaranteeing that they're going to get there in time to get all their minions and to get
okay.
all the EXP. So the last thing you want to do is actually hit the minions until they show up. Right? Because
Okay, so never hit melees until they show up, until the enemies show
I
up.
mean, there's rarely a rule in League where I would just say flat
Yeah,
out never, but vast majority of the time, no. You want to let the minions fight each other. Because if the minions fight okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of art,
minions show up, we can
right?
stand by the minions, and then
So,
they can't stand by the
so
minions.
like your minions are here, or their minions are here, your minions are here, or whatever, right? So what's normally going to happen is these minions, well, I need to back up. I'll do this in blue since I haven't used blue yet. These minions are going to acquire each other and attack. And then these minions are going to pick a target and attack, right? And vice versa, right? Whatever. You see what I'm saying? If your Jin damages any of these, then they die faster, and these minions walk forward and
Yeah.
engage on the casters, right? And if that happens, these minions are the most critical ones at level 1. Why?
Because they have the most experience.
Exactly. You will, if you get all 3 of these minions, you get to about right here in EXP. Like, it fills up that much your EXP bar, right? Just from these 3 minions. So if any one of them dies, you delay their level 2, which
Right, so
creates
minions.
you an all-in, right? So the last thing you want to do, shit, I shouldn't have, there we go. The last thing you want to do is damage these early, because that
It
means
ruins level
yours
2.
will not die. And it gives them longer to leash. And if they fuck up their leash and they get to lane late, and you've left all these alive and they've done maximum damage the whole time, then these will die to their minions. You go get level 2 first. And then you have an all-in point in a couple of minutes, where you're going to have a complete advantage, right?
Yeah.
That being said, if you feel like you need to do damage because they have a crazy good push or something, right? Like, there's certain champions you can't wave clear as fast as. And so maybe you need to do damage to make sure that you clear before the second wave gets here. Do damage to these.
Okay.
Because they won't be tanking any damage. And you doing damage to them doesn't stop them from doing damage. Just don't kill them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right? But you
I
can
see.
get them low, but just don't kill them. So if you're going to auto attack, or your ADC is going to auto attack or push the wave at all, these ones. Never these. Or rarely these.
I think we're gonna start hitting the melees the second they walk up here.
Mm-hmm. And, okay, so I'll already tell you, this is me predicting this, right? Your minions crash right here. That's where they're going to hit, right? If you kill all the minions pretty quickly, then the second wave will appear and crash into your wave here, or maybe here. If you push real hard, back here, right? The problem is, if they push back here, in particular, like in this area, you have no space between you and the turret to actually execute a level 2. But if the minion wave crashes here and you all in level 2, you'll catch them around here. And then there's flash, and you can flash, and they're still not to safety, and they still have to run, and that gives you finishing room. But if you get a level 2 here, all that's going to happen is you're going to briefly push them off the wave. It's going to crash tower. They're going to get level 2, and then the minions are going to hit right here. And no advantage will be gained because you overshoved your first wave. So the idea is that you want your first wave to die out and your second wave to crash around here, and then you want to kill the first 3 melee minions as fast as humanly possible on the second wave
Okay.
without
What do you,
using your abilities, because you need these abilities up for your level 2 all in.
yeah.
So let's go.
What do you think about like wave management as a support?
Nice.
Should I be following? Should I just be doing whatever the ADC is doing,
Well,
just so that we're together, or
um,
should I be
I
like, well, really?
oftentimes it depends on how well I know my ADC, right? I will direct them sometimes and be like, freeze, just freeze the wave right here. If I see them just AFK pushing, because in any elo below diamond, everybody AFK pushes.
Oh, okay.
Like that's just what happens,
So
right? Okay,
I'm
so
below
look,
diamonds. Should I be following my
you guys pushed
AFK
super
pusher?
ridiculous fast, but even still, their wave is gonna crash yours about right here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, I guessed here, and it was right here, right? Which is actually where I put the first line whenever we were talking earlier. And stop. Okay. I missed it by a couple of seconds, so let me do this again. Okay. This is the problem. How different would this be? This is your line if your line was here.
Yeah, that's like 500 units.
Yeah, that's a lot. So don't hard shove that first wave that hard. You want all the
Okay.
minions to die out at like the same time.
So I'll just drop a be careful ping and not auto myself or something like that.
Or if you got to auto, because I mean, here's the thing: you're up against
It's not
a
like it's a very
Ziggs.
big.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying. You're
live
up
that
against a
melee over there.
Ziggs. He can push. So maybe you do damage, but you do damage to these guys and you don't kill them,
Yeah.
right? So that's fine. But anyway, these 3 minions are going to get you level 2. You seem to know that because, like, if I watch you CS, that's down, and you're auto attacking, that's good. And then right here, you should already have been walking forward a second ago because you know this minion's going to die, right?
Yeah.
And your path should be one of two things. Either you're walking straight at Ziggs or you're walking this way. Which is the better choice?
At Soraka, she's way up.
Correct. And she has 0 escape at all. Ziggs also doesn't really have an escape either, but Jin's too far. And his circle of influence, he can actually initiate on your engagement here. If you
Just,
catch
tell
him,
me.
you're going to catch him back here. He can't do anything. He can't follow up on that damage. You can get her. Alright, so you leveled instantly, and that's great. You should W her, bounce, bounce, and bubble right here.
We'll see.
Why do
My
I tell
kid's gassing right now.
Why do I tell you to W first?
Because they're currently in range for the maximum value.
Okay, that's true. What other reasons?
Of doing it before Q? Oh, because it's guaranteed hit and Jin has W.
And he has a root.
And then W guarantees May. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if he roots,
So that's
like
just a
if
Jin
you
thing.
hit,
That's just
with,
a Jin thing.
yeah, exactly. If you hit
Alright.
with this, then he has a potential to root, which may pull her flash, so she flashes to here, and then you can bubble here. Right? Or if she tries to play it pro level and juke this way after he throws this, then you throw your bubble here.
Okay.
Do you
Well,
see
I
what I'm saying? Like,
Q'd first. Yeah. It's casting right now.
and see, he did it. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, he
I just
did
played
it.
it wrong order.
And by the way,
I dipped too early.
you left this fight too early
Yeah.
because you should have been auto attacking because he's level 1 and he's thrown his only ability. Soraka doesn't have anything. right? You can punish that harder by just trading autos because you have
I
more
could get
health.
probably got 2 autos.
Right.
And that's
You have, and if you had 2 autos on Ziggs right now, he'd be like here.
Mhm.
And you have Ignite and Flash and a third auto, and he's probably dead. Does he have heal? Or does he ring
Um,
teleport?
I'm not sure.
Well, we'll find out. You seem to hit tab a lot, so we'll try to remember that.
Oh, okay.
See, that's good. That's good. Heh, good bait. Baiting out those Q bubbles. Oh, your camera control is a bit shaky. Alright, so here's one thing I do love, because I harp on this a lot with people. Your camera is
Yeah, you told me
exactly
that
where
was the
you want it
biggest
to
thing
be.
last time. I've been focusing on that the most. I think I've gotten a lot better than last time.
Yeah, this is great. This is exactly what you want, because you're getting all this relevant information. There's very little, like if I drew wasted space, it would be like
It's fog anyways.
that and maybe like that. So your camera waste went from like 60% to like 10 or 15.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's not
Yeah.
bad. That's not bad at all. This is great. This
I
is
gotta
like
thank you for that.
A plus. Good fucking job. You know what I mean?
You're the
So
teacher.
yeah, so good fucking job on that. So okay. Don't do that. Like you moved your camera up to here, right?
Hmm.
To ping it, just ping on the map, on the mini map. You can ping right here and your
Okay.
camera never moves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And then you don't, because like you were completely blind for like a good period of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you wouldn't like just close your eyes while playing for 2 full seconds, you shouldn't do that either.
No.
So, okay, that's good.
An ally has been slain.
Oh God. Okay, ward mechanics, by the way. Don't go that far. Stand here and put your cursor here, and it'll drop it there. But you like walked all the way up here to
We
put.
had their jungler on the map, so I was like, wait, I shouldn't ward yet. I was,
Well, no, I'm just saying from a mechanics standpoint, you could put it from here and be at way less risk.
yeah.
You just ward that, and then you put it here. And it's the same ward, right?
Yeah, it is.
So don't walk all the way up to here to put a ward there. Plus, this keeps you closer to the minions, which is EXP range.
Yep.
So you don't want to go out of EXP range if you can minimize it to put that ward down. Though it is a good ward, and I see what you were doing. Your dude's dead. This
Yeah.
literally you cannot help him. He's either out or he's not, and I don't think he's not.
Kindred execute.
Yeah, instead of rotating to help him because you're never gonna make it there, just shove the
Sure,
wave.
that's it.
That was good. Get him, get him. Jen. God, if Jen had moved forward on that, you would have done much better.
Yeah,
Okay,
he was at 4 shot. So.
this is terrible. Why are you back here?
Why am I back there? You want an
Yeah.
excuse, or you just want to?
No, I'm just saying that's be aware that your line is here. Your ADC's line is here.
Yeah, you want us to be on the same line. Okay, I saw that.
Pretty fucking close anyway. Because here's the thing. If I were to just move you to right here, this Soraka she actually cheated forward from here to here because you were back here.
Yeah.
And if she had been smart about it, or if Ziggs had been smart about it, like all Ziggs has to do is walk up to here, and then she walks up to here, and he has to walk back because you're back here. And then now all of a sudden you're zoned off of this CS.
Well, we have kill pressure on them right now.
True.
So
But
yeah, that's pretty situational.
yeah, I'm just saying while that is true, I'm just saying this is just general. There's no if you have so you bring up a good point. You have kill pressure. Do you have any kill pressure from right here?
No.
Pressure. Be in pressure range. Commit to dodging Ziggs Q's. Commit to dodging Soraka's shit. You've been dodging it all game. I don't think she's hit you with like maybe one, right?
She hasn't even thrown her E yet.
Yeah. So that way, if she does step up to try to dick with him, then you two can just burst her. But you can't do shit from back here.
Okay, I think a lot of these are like I'm over moving. Like I'm clicking a direction and then I'm.
And see, like right now, you cost yourself a kill by being too far back.
Oh yeah.
Because if you were where I told you to be, you'd be here right now. They'd both be in a bubble. And she'd be ignited because you'd have been in ignite range. As it stands, you should be burning flash right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you definitely fucked that up.
I definitely fucked that up.
Yep. Okay. So you should have recognized it all in there and flashed from here to here to throw the bubble on top of both
Okay.
of them. Right? And that's just don't hesitate. Because what I just watched you do was be like, well, I don't want to burn my flash if I don't have to.
Yeah.
And then you got all the way to here and you're like, well, now I have to burn my flash and they're under tower. And then you died. Right? Well, like, that sucks. Burn it back here. Catch them so they don't get back to tower. You know?
Yep.
Okay.
No, look at the chat. It's all underlined.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just like,
was
well,
was
I
like,
died.
if I-
Time to
Yeah.
be done.
No, I was like,
I'm going to submit this one for a coaching video, Blake. What did I do wrong? Well, you quit the game on your first death.
5 minutes. I was like, well, if I X out, maybe it'll fix this little annoying chat thing. But I was like, no, my death timer is not long enough.
Good. That was good.
Oh, I eat so many 6 keys right here.
Oh, and they hurt.
Yeah.
Jesus. What did he buy?
I don't know, but he got me 3 times.
Well, Jin's doing work. And you're you're sustaining through it, so that doesn't matter. You're
I mean,
a
his
little bit
percent is lower than my health.
you're a little bit too free with your E right now.
Okay.
Like you're using it in a situation where your dude probably doesn't want to auto attack.
Okay. Instead of doing it whenever he's like close to auto range.
Mm-hmm. See, like
Wait,
that. That he doesn't. Yeah, he could go up and trade there, but it really wouldn't matter unless he's creating an all-in because you're against a
Then you gotta
Soraka.
understand what he's trying to do. More.
Right. Oh. God damn. See, that would have been a great time to use it, and you did because you got the orb off, so that's fine. But again, your problem is Soraka's going to sustain all that up. So you should really be using that for, like, all-in trades.
Oh yeah.
That's rough. That's rough. You should have seen that coming, but
Yeah.
even if you did, there's not a lot you can do unless you prediction bubble, which is what I would have tried to do. Is whenever you got into his Q range, just throw a bubble down at your feet. So if he clicks you, he lands in the bubble. Because if
Same thing with like Pantheon.
Yeah. Basically, you're trying to intercept his ability with a low percentage Q. Because you have to, because if you don't, you're dead. Right? So you just got to roll the dice at that point. Right? And the only reason I said you should have seen that coming is because I think the ward was there.
Yeah, we had that controller back there.
But even then, you were dead anyway. The fact that he got that far behind you before you guys saw it, you were dead. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. I would consider that a relatively minor fuck up. That gank path usually doesn't happen in Plat anyway. Okay. Don't do this right now. Let him push. You need to go up here and clear this ward while he's doing this. Right?
Which word?
The one right here in this bush over here. That ward. Because you have a pink ward in this bush, and it's disabling one of their wards right now. You just walked by it. So you take out that ward, and then once this goes into tower, you ping your Jin to come help you clear this pink ward up here.
Oh yeah, because they have a big wave at tower. So
Yep.
we're gonna be free to do that.
So the wave is going to tie him up. Poking him doesn't matter because there's a Soraka. So you make him make the election to lose all this CS or defend his pink ward.
And we need to. It'd be good to push up there right now with our because we got Jarvan in there.
Mm-hmm. So everything is good with what you're doing right now, but you need to be clearing this right now so you get both wards, right? And yeah, you should be pinging him to come help you go through the river and kill that other ward, because he's like going to do it right now, and you're not helping him. Wow, this is an incredibly awkward scenario. I mean, I'm glad that worked, but that's J4 having huge balls. Okay,
Yeah, he didn't wait for
wait,
us to
wait,
get the wave.
This is bad, right? You have Yasuo coming, you have Jin coming, you have J4 coming. Where should you be?
Hiding or behind that brush over there. Yeah.
You should be blocking his escape because you're about to dive. And the only way Ziggs gets out of this is if he runs backwards. So you need to be killing his gank path. Because basically what's going to happen is all of you are going to walk right over this ward to right here. I will almost guarantee it. And he's going to go straight back if he's smart.
I think Jarvan.
But maybe Jarvan goes for the cutoff because he's right here. He should.
I think
right?
he does.
But
I'm pretty sure we get him.
But yeah, you walked from like all the way right here, all the way, back to here. You should be going this way. Right? Anyway.
And what about the minions in all of this?
It doesn't matter because you have 4 people. So.
We don't need minions.
What? Why? You have 4 people. Why are you not diving this? Plat, disappointing. You just kill this guy. He's just dead. He's dead right now.
Yeah,
Only one person has to hit him with anything, and he's dead.
I'm pretty sure I throw all on him.
I mean, too late now, but yeah, you guys could have totally
Oh,
killed him. Before that Kindred even showed up, he would have been dead. And then you just retreated from the Kindred's ult under tower.
Kendrick would be zoned off by me and Jarvan behind
Mhm.
because yep.
That's a good ult. That's a good ult. Dude, clean. Clean. Oh, J4. Holy shit, J4.
I think he's trying to take an extra one from me, but I didn't need it.
Okay. Oh, shit. So, just a point, right? I'm gonna back this up. This is the kind of stuff that makes me laugh whenever I play, right? On that bubble, wait until this thing's about to take fatal tower damage. And then throw that bubble.
I like trading stance.
Yeah, yeah. Like, cause look, watch this. So you go in here. If you would have held that, and the tower shoots its shot, and it hits it, and it knocks it down to like here, and then you bubble and run out as quick as you can, right? She's just gonna lose this minion. She can't CS it. You just cost her 90 gold.
Okay.
Bubbling
And
a
I didn't
second
take
later.
anything. I took 0 damage.
Right. This is just a bad trade, is what this is. Because, like, you didn't interfere with her CSing. She's not in. You're not in any kill pressure on her because you don't have the damage, and he doesn't have the health or desire to dive. And even if he did, she has ult, so she's not killable. The only thing that you can do truly here is you should be auto attacking the tower, and this bubble should come when she's about to CS that.
So we're just laning here, not fighting.
Correct. Well, I mean, you can't do anything to her right now.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, you don't have dive pressure. J4's almost dead. A sneeze kills Jarvan. Right? Jin's all the way down here. Malphite is in base. So, this is do some damage to the tower, annoy her, and then go back.
Yeah. I see that here.
I mean, shit, you almost ended up dying for it, which would have been real rough.
I've died enough times already.
God damn. Yasuo! Okay, this is good. That's good. Props for having the wherewithal to, like, move into her ult.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was autoing when she dropped it down, I thought I was gonna die before I could walk
One
in.
thing that's, like, real specific to that matchup, right, or that ult, right, is you want to try to save your abilities. Like, okay. You use your ability right here. That's good because the ult's about to end. Right? So I see so many people try to burst somebody down with all of their abilities and they won't die because they're right here. Right? And Kindred,
That's how
Kindred's
ult
ult.
works.
Right? And then what'll happen is, right as the ult breaks, Kindred will do her full, like, WEQ, and then they'll go from here to dead. Right? Like that. And they'll be like, fuck, I couldn't finish the last little bit of her health. Well, it's like, no, you can't. Because you have no abilities left.
That's how the game works.
Well, no, I mean, because you didn't save any of this shit. Because you could have bursted her, but instead you, like, used all your abilities to get her low instead of just beating on her while she's in her ult. Right? You did something really well there. I was looking for it and I missed it the first time, but I was looking for that bubble to hit right as the ult ends so you can just kill her right away. She juked your bubble, that's fine. But, I just wanted to make sure that you were thinking in that route. And that was good. So good
Yeah,
job.
I was waiting.
Yeah, that was really good job.
I just waited till the all was almost about to drop tonight.
Okay, so you're going to recall anyway. Just toss a heal on Yasuo in the odd event that he doesn't recall there.
Okay.
right? I mean, I'm just that's me being super nitpicky,
Yeah,
right?
I guess I do have a
But
blue buff. Okay.
well, I mean, you have a blue buff and you're
Well, I
about
was
to
out of
back
mana like
anyway.
a second before.
Well, sure, but I mean, you're about to back
Yeah.
anyway. So you might as well just throw whatever you can before you back. And the reason I say that is if somebody's stupid enough to like run into Yasuo while he's trying to back and he kills him, then you get an assist.
Yeah. All about those assists.
Dude, hell yeah. Support main, brah. We gotta get our money. Get that money. Alright, so this is like super dangerous. The last you saw them, they were right here.
Yeah.
Literally, all Ziggs has to do is throw a satchel charge right here, and you'll bounce to over here, and he'll bounce to right here. And then he gets 100 to zeroed.
Okay.
So this is really, really dangerous for you guys to face check like this. What you should do is instead of walking forward with him, you walk back around here and ward over the wall right here. Or there is a way in which you can stand right here,
Stand there
ward
and click in
here,
there.
and then it pops in over here, right? There's videos on that. I didn't click the exact right spot, but there's like videos on how
I've
to
done
do
that
that.
before. Yeah.
So that helps you not walk blind into this mess, because this could be really bad. And it's not. Lucky. I mean, yeah, you guys did 100% just luck out there. Okay. If you didn't have a gen, I would have yelled at you for that. Well, actually, I'm going to yell at you for that anyway. His grenade didn't kill all of those, right? So your bubble just made them unCSable to tower.
Yeah.
So don't do that unless he gets more damage, then you can kind of do that, but yeah. Be careful about putting awkward amounts of damages on shit before it hits tower. This is a good rotation by you. It's kind of where you want to be. So that's good. You guys should rotate down bottom and kill Ziggs. That is worded. But now ult him right now, ult him! Ah! Okay. I'm gonna back up to here. So I was telling you from right this point that you're gonna gank Ziggs, right?
Yeah.
So you should be thinking, how do I create a deal where he cannot run away, right? Then Ziggs stupidly like walks into your mouth, right here.
Yeah, we're trying.
If you ult and you ult like this, he can't even flash to here without getting hit by your ult.
He can walk back towards our tower, and that's the only way he does it.
If he walks back towards your tower, Jarvan is more able to kill him.
Yeah, yeah.
You want him to have to walk this way. Right? You want him to flash this way.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's fine.
That's what I'm
You,
saying, like,
you throw your ult here to buy a couple of seconds, not to necessarily knock him up. If you hit him, even better.
yeah.
Right? But if you
Makes the
flash,
ult
let's say he hugs this wall and he manages to get the miracle flash and get from here to here, right? Which is very difficult. You have to have no room on the wall to pull that flash off, right? But let's say he happens to. Now he's in Jarvan's EQ ult range, right here. And you can bubble him. But you force that play by throwing an ult down. Don't hang on to your ult. You already know you're trying to create that engage. Use it. Plus you have blue buff on, you got extra CDR. There's no reason not to do that. Duh. Missed opportunity. Ult! 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 That's fine. What the fuck is going on here?
The Malphite Yasuo classic.
Wow,
Yeah,
what a
Yasuo just
moment.
pops off this game.
Yeah, I see that. He's got some balls. I like it. Wow, you guys turned that around real cleanly. I could dissect that fight, but I'm really not going to. The only thing that you should have done is you should have ulted like a lot earlier, and you should not tank tower. Oh man, that was a miracle. You should not have tanked tower there. So, okay. Your Nami, your abilities can supplement somebody else, but you don't want to poke off with them under tower in particular, right? So if this dude's going in, or this dude is even better if he's going in, right? Let them tank tower, then bounce this for damage and healing, and this to keep them slowed under tower where they can't run away. And then once they are slowed, you can look to have the finish him bubble, right? But if, keep in mind, you're up against a guy who can literally 100 to 0 burst you if he gets all of his shit off. You don't have health. And even the slightest mistake while you're under tower, you'll just die. You should have probably died there.
Yeah, once I hit him, I thought I was dead.
Yeah.
Go.
And so, like, basically what would have been a clean tower dive is now a 1-for-1. And that's didn't have to be like that. You know what I mean? Granted, you got lucky it didn't happen, but that was a real dangerous decision. Let somebody else acquire tower before you do something with it. I mean, there are situations where certain supports you want to tank tower, right?
Yeah.
Like Tom Kinch and shit like that.
Alistar.
Alistar, Tom Kinch, you know, these guys are guys you may want to
The
take
ones that
tower.
are classified as tanks.
Or even to a certain degree, like Thresh. Sometimes you'll tank tower if you have the armor early. Go for it. But not her. She has no hit points in your squishy.
No.
Okay. So Jin's top. Somebody you need to be pinging to go to bottom. Ziggs can push that wave super fast, and he takes towers like a monster. So somebody needs to be setting the score here. That was nice. But see, if the Ziggs were smart, he'd be at tower right now. Did you hit him in the bubble? Nice! Dude, slick. That was really well played.
Thanks.
I give credit where it's due. I don't just pick you apart all the time. Okay,
I'll
he
tell
should
you.
really stop tanking tower about right now or he's gonna die.
It was pretty close.
I mean, there's just no reason to let it get that close. You could just let somebody else have a turn if that's what you're doing.
He's the tank, he's gonna tank.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate his commitment, but Jesus Christ. Good ward. Auto attack. What the fuck was that bubble?
Hey, I've hit like.
Oh my god, really?
Look at that.
Oh
I
god.
stepped back into that.
Is it just because it was in the bush? Because you lose track of it if you don't have vision in the bush and the center of the ult is in the bush. Like you just
I'm
lose
not
it.
exactly sure. I was already sighing.
Oh, pop off.
Yeah.
Every time he falls out, it makes me happy because I got him that free kill under tower. My ult.
Run, Jin! You're done.
This Yas is safe. It's okay.
He should not be.
But he gets out. Trinidad comes from the left.
Okay, don't do this. This is a bad idea. If he was smart enough, he would have just fought you and killed you there. Or at least forced you to burn a bunch of shit. Oh, that Yasuo was so fed. Okay, good. He's got it. Okay. I'm going to say this, and granted it turned out okay because your Yasuo was like hyper fed, right? But you know the tower's going to die, right? We're on that. It's like 2 hits from dead, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that, ult. Because he will finish the tower, and you will CC him long enough for Yasuo to kill the tower and then kill him.
Yeah.
But like start that. You always want to start engagements before people see them coming, right? So it's like, here's an example. A good Blitzcrank player, like let's say these are your minions, right? And you're Blitz and you're standing right here, right? A good Blitzcrank player, once this minion dies, he throws a hook right through it, right? Like a bad Blitzcrank player will stand over here and be like, I'm just going to hit my hooks, right? And this guy's going to go way over here, right? But a good Blitzcrank player can stand right here, be doing damage to tower, and then the second this minion dies, he's going to fire a hook, right? Or like the minion dies and then he fires a hook. A great Blitzcrank player will fire the hook, timing the second this thing's going to
Smite the
die,
minion.
so it'll go right through it, and he has 0 reaction time, right? Because like the hook is in the air, and right as it hits right here, this minion dies, and then the hook is allowed to keep going and hit this guy, right? And he never sees it coming. You see what I'm saying? Because like people go, oh, that minion's dead. I need to move over here so I have coverage from this minion, right? But if you're really good, you'll wait. You'll know your ADC is going to CS this, so you'll fire through it. And if you time it perfect, it'll be slick. Do that with this tower. You know that the tower is going to die in 2 hits, so start your cast. He'll hit it once. Your wave will hit him, then it'll die. Then he's on it, and then he has ult, right? And that's fine. Even though these other 2 are coming, right? The wave will actually hit them. He'll kill this guy, and you can just walk out.
No right now.
Yeah, he'll kill that guy, and you can just walk out, and it's free, right? Granted, this turned out maybe arguably better because you get to use your ult later, but if you had done it now, it's free and clean. Whereas later, shit could like go wrong. And you got him? Yep. Okay. So, I mean, that worked out actually better, but like what I was doing would have been guaranteed. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Get him, Yasuo. Just dodge it. No! Okay. You walking here does nothing, right? He's cleared out all these bombs. Follow this way. Because you need to stay within W range. Because if you...
Do I need to stay? I need to stay away from his Q though.
You're not away from his Q here.
He can't see me.
Yeah, like, I'm going to guess he has that warded. The Kindred was sitting in this bush. I'm going to guess this whole area is warded. That's one of the most common ward sites that there is. But regardless, from here, you're out of W range. You can no longer contribute to this fight. But if you're here, you can. And you're going to have to commit to dodging that Q anyway. Because here's the thing. You can stand right here. Well, not right there, but like right here. W, and you can dodge this way, or you can dodge this way, or you can dodge this way.
Dodge into it.
Yeah. So, I mean, realistically, you still have a very good chance of avoiding this damage. But standing here, it's not doing anything. If you're going to walk here, you should have never even walked there. You should just walk back. Because this puts you closer to darkness, because you can't see down here.
Yeah.
And you could just die from another person standing right here and just bleh.
I kind of know there's not.
Well, I'm just saying it's potential. But
Yeah. Well, that's where I came from in Yasuo.
and then he ends up getting away because you didn't W him to death. So yeah, you could have got that kill by just throwing a W on Malphite right there. And by the way, you ended up walking over his last remaining bomb here anyway. So there you go. And yes, I think that might have been warded based on what the minions did. Oh shit, you can get out of
It's
there.
guaranteed worded. Control where it says.
Yep.
Eternal twilight calls for you.
So yeah, it turns out I was right. It was worded the whole time. Oh, this game's almost over. Wow. It was not a very long one. At this point in the game, you should really be looking to finish that Eye of the Watchers. Because you're to the point where you're choking them out, right? Like, you
Yeah,
have,
what's the situation on that item?
okay, so they've lost all their outer towers. And basically, the way in which you're going to bleed them out is by denying them the ability to access neutral objectives without dying. And so to do that, you set up vision control in areas that you know are going to be contested, right? I don't know what the dragon timer is. I haven't been paying attention, but you need to be looking to say, okay, well, the next dragon's going to be up in X minutes, right? Whatever that is, right? And if it's less than 3 minutes, you need a ward like maybe here, and maybe there, right? And you have complete control of that whole area. And then you can literally wait right here, and if they come through here, you can smash into them here. Or if they come through here, you can just engage and murder them instantly, right? And then you walk back and get the dragon. Or if they don't come and the dragon's up, you just go get the dragon because you have total control over that area, right? You've put down your wards, you've swept it for theirs, you know they don't know what's going on, and that's fine. And you put your pinks like in that bush or this bush, and then you have a guaranteed death bush, and you know it, right? If dragon's not going to be coming up soon and Baron is the next objective, you put your ward right here, right around here, and if you can spare it, here, right? If not, here, and then you put your pink in the Baron pit so you know they don't have vision of you doing Baron. And then if this is the scenario, you push this wave, or whoever has teleport pushes this wave, and then TP's up or rotates up depending on what they have, right?
So I need vision, not stats right now.
Right, because you're trying to choke them out of map objectives at this point.
Like the reason to get the upgraded thing is
Is
for the
forwards.
force ward. Yeah, the health isn't that deal.
Right.
I mean, it can be.
I don't honestly. The stats are just butter. You're really buying it for a ward. So at this point in the game, you really need the 4 wards. And prior to this, if I have the money, like if I have $550 or whatever it is, right? Then I finish it. If I don't, then I don't. But at this point in the game, with all the map control you guys have, you need those wards because you need to have the flexibility to put a ward here, it gets cleared, and then you can go back and put another ward there. If you only have 3 wards and they clear one, now you only have 2. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. God, that dude's fucking huge.
I'm pretty sure they actually just turned. That's why it's so short.
Okay, watch your mini map. There's like all in right below you, and you go to clear this ward. This is going on right here. So keep in mind, if you had been watching, you'd be walking down, you'd probably be about right here right now. And so whenever you get to this fight, add this much distance to it. I'm going to leave that on the screen. You'd be in the fight.
Mhm.
And you'd definitely be within ult range to stop these guys and to get him in.
Yeah, I am in all range.
God damn, your team has a nasty engage. I've reached level 75! Is that what the emote was that he just spammed? It was like the level 75.
Oh, I don't know. I don't.
That's what it was. It was the level 75 emote. All right.
Yeah.
So, with all that done,
The moving forward.
Yeah.
Overpace.
okay,
I
so
know one thing you said a lot was ult more.
oh yeah,
That's
don't
3
hold on.
times.
Don't hold on to your ult. You're hanging on to that, and that's a bad habit. Like that's a Plat habit. That happens all the time in Plat, right? Is people hold on to their ult way too long, because like it's a long cooldown, and I want it to be impactful. Use it when it's guaranteed to do anything.
Yeah.
I would use flash to get a kill. If I'm going to use flash to get a kill, then I'm goddamn sure going to use my ult to get a kill. And I'm not even going to think twice about it. Right? Because here's the thing. Look at it this way. Most of the time that you use your ult, you're going to back right after that. Because you're either going to create an all-in or whatever.
I've seen you do this math with other people.
And yeah, the back is like a 30-second right off the ult timer.
Yeah.
Because by the time you get back to lane, that's right off the top of your timer. And it's back. So don't hold your ult. You're flashing too late, and then you are like your positioning in lane needs improvement because like there was some times that you just like at the very beginning of laning phase you were really like aggressive and you were pushing forward and you were committed to dodging Soraka shit and you were doing really great, and then you had that one fucked up tower play and then you're like, well, I better play way back. Like, it was like a totally different guy, right? And the first guy had pretty good positioning, and the second guy had really passive, scared positioning. And it was right after that tower play. Because you remember when I'm like, why the fuck are you back here? Right?
Yeah.
And being back there ended up costing you a kill? Well, like, don't. Yeah, there's time to be back there, and the time to be back there is when they're like a 4-0 laner, and you have no chance because if they hit anything, you're just dead. Well, that's whenever you go all the way back here, and then we just try to survive, or we wait for some kind of a double 4-man dive style gank, or we do, something crazy, right? But this wasn't that. You were down like one bad tower dive kill, it didn't really matter. You know what I mean? So just go for it. Just be strong in that situation. So quit holding on to your ult, quit holding on to your summoners, and respect. Like you see a you see an opportunity to get a kill, don't hesitate, just create it.
Okay.
Right? So like the difference between like me and you in this scenario, right? Is like you will see like if you watch a game with let's say me and Ernie, right? Because Ernie's acclimated to kind of the way in which I play, right? If I look and I say this dude is going to die if I land my shit, I will instantly flash in on him and land my combo and throw ignite on him and do all that shit. And then Ernie will see that I have done that and he'll flash in and he'll burst him to death too, right? Because we don't even want to give that son of a bitch the opportunity to flash out on us. Right? Like, he'll die before that. I've had so many people flash out and then die to ignite. You know? Or the ignite goes down first and then they panic because they're like, I'm going to die. So then they burn heal and they get half effectiveness out of their heal and they still die. Right? Well, don't like be like, oh, well, I can just do it and save some of my shit. Like, no, just burn it. Just burn it and get the kill for sure. 90% of the time, it's the right play. Right?
Yeah.
And it's like trying to pass off kills to your ADC. That's fucking stupid. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just kill the person. Make sure they're dead. Stomp on the ground. Then, whatever. Like, there is so few situations in which I would even dream of letting an ADC just kill somebody at their leisure. Because that can turn out so bad. Like one time I tried to do that with an Ezreal who had a Jhin like one shot to death, right? Not a Jhin, a Lucian, right? And he shoots his Q into this bush, misses the guy, E's forward while the guy's in the bush. E doesn't hit anything because he doesn't have vision on him. And then the Lucian Q, double auto attack, dash, double auto attack, and Ezreal dies. And I'm like, holy shit. I didn't have a ward to give him vision of that bush, but I didn't think.
Kill privileges.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, fuck. And no, he didn't. That's my fault. That's my fault because I put him in the position where I didn't just take it. Right? And so here's what would happen is I would take it and somebody would be like, oh my God, KS, dude. And I'd be like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, he's dead. You're not. You got assist gold. He's not getting EXP right now. I don't care. So, anyway, there you go. That'll wrap it up. Do you have any questions or anything for me?
I didn't really think of anything.
All right,
Yes.
sweet. Good deal. We'll stop the stream then.